Imagine if we had gone live in that exact moment.
When we were talking about baby poop, that'd be weird.
Yeah. I think it's weird
fine.
that that's what Mosh is eating.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Well,
Good night, everybody.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh my
Speed run.
gosh.
How to make Masha quit the stream as fast as possible.
I'm sorry. I apologize for my actions.
You're
The goal
good.
of my content was always to entertain.
you'll be forgiven as long as you go eat baby poop.
What?
All right. Anyways, hi
This is
everybody.
gonna be
Okay.
today's bit.
I
No.
hope it's not.
I hope
No.
not.
No, quick, talk about Yu-Gi-Oh.
No.
Okay.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
I don't have any Yu-Gi-Oh thought.
Joke.
I don't
I
know
was
enough
gonna-
about Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yep.
I was,
Do you want me to actually say something about Yu-Gi-Oh? I can.
I have not Yu-Gi-Oh cards with me.
Nice.
Oh man. So,
Yeah.
hi everybody.
Yeah. Hey
It's
everyone.
been a while.
Good to see y'all.
I have to start the announcements today.
Yep.
It's so
Yeah.
true.
Hi.
Look. Oh,
I,
right, because you're running the mystery.
Yeah. I.
Here, wait. I need to open Twitch chat.
Top form as always, gang. I love
We're
it.
It's been a week.
together.
It's been a week.
Listen,
It's actually been 2 weeks.
if we showed up and we're just like 100% professional on top of it, it just wouldn't be us.
That
anymore.
you
Yeah.
know what?
Okay,
You are right,
because I've been
yes.
rewatching. I've been rewatching like OE because I've been like refreshing or like being more. I've been doing stat stuff, and
Interesting.
I was rewatching OE, I've realized that Eric is really good at like stopping us. I'm just being like, guys, we're moving on.
The power of having a unified GM
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
untold, really. It's incredible.
True.
Yep.
It would be because I'm trying to get a more like precise number of how much time we've spent role playing, and so I'm like I'm basically like subtracting times of when we're doing snack check or doing bits. Eric is very quick to be like, snack check's over, we're back to role play.
Nice.
Yeah, but all of our best OE bit videos came out of us basically ending
Breaking
Eric.
Yes.
Yeah.
Breaking
Yeah.
him
Yeah.
to his most base form because we're just like letting a bit go on too far.
Correct. That's some pretty
I was
impressive.
just I recently rejoined Instagram, and so I was watching all the bit videos again for my sad little heart, and it's just a lot of Eric like sinking further and further down in his chair, and then his eyes glaze over.
I remember that. Granted,
Yeah.
he did that to us too at that one point, if you remember, when he like brought us on some kind of like trip down science lane.
Yeah.
If you remember
Yes,
that.
Yeah.
that was fun.
That was awesome.
So just really quick before we get into announcements, I just want to say, as one more small tiny baby tangent, I've got, because it's Windows, they automatically updated and they have like the weather or something down in the lower right hand corner next to the clock.
Yeah, you can turn that off.
And but like mine's not off right now, and it says that I currently have fire weather going on outside. So apparently,
Mm.
I hate it when hellfire rains down.
yeah, it's either that or it's saying that the weather outside is like fire. You know, I should be outside right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's fire, like
It's lit
mixtape.
outside.
Yeah,
Hey.
it's
Ooh,
fire.
I'm gonna have to leave, guys.
It's
Yeah.
fire like the tide of Chris Rock's face. All right.
Oh,
I'm
okay. We
going-
fucked that
Chris,
up.
every time that you threaten to leave Turntables, you've got to donate $5 to the Tiltify.
I'm sorry.
Does it also have to be donated every time I threaten to leave? Because I've also been doing that a lot.
Sure. Let's just make it a whole group thing.
You know what?
Just make it
Yeah,
a blanket.
I agree. Anytime any of us threaten to leave, Chris has to donate $5. Sounds good.
Wait
That
a
sounds
second.
great. All right, I could start announcements now. Hi, welcome to Turntables RPG. We are an experimental tabletop or roleplay game stream where every player GMs and every GM plays. We take turns at the end of every mystery, switching out the GM. Hi, I'm a new GM. And telling a long form improvised story. That was improv. I didn't do a very good job at it. We are returning for our second season of Monster of the Week, but don't worry, because the new story is taking place in a new setting with new characters. If you would like to check out the first season, it's a pretty good first season. Check out those VODs on YouTube. So,
Yes, those VODs are indeed on YouTube, along with the VODs for our sci-fi campaign, Return to OE, which is an Uncharted Worlds game that these four goobers played in with our friend Eric, and they did a fantastic job. It's 12 episodes, great stuff on there. Along on YouTube as well is our one-page RPG one-shot games, our Tiny Tables program. Those are nice, like little bite-size kind of like introduction to Turntables RPG in general. So if you enjoy our chaosness or would like to see more of it or would like to introduce your friends to it, those are a great way to do it as well. I'm trying to think. Yes, and then along with season 1 is on there as well, and then the VODs for season 2 go up on Thursdays after the Tuesday stream. And if you haven't already, please feel free to follow us on social media at Turntables RPG, and we also have our Discord link here at the bottom on the Twitch summary below. So please feel free to do that. Masha, will you talk a little bit about this awesome new Tiltify campaign that we're doing?
I absolutely will. So if you were around with us around this time last year, I think we did a whole month charity streaming, and we are doing it again. So we are happy to announce that this is the first Monster of the Week mystery that's in support of the Trevor Project. If you don't know who the project is, they are the suicide and crisis intervention organization for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and questioning young people. Please join us in donating to their cause and protect our LGBTQ youth. I believe we have links in the chat for that, and then there's also a QR code in the corner, which I assume you can scan with your device that will scan a QR code. And you may have caught us last week where we were kind of on in between mysteries, where Mars and Chris did a Yu-Gi-Oh! And
Some
frog detective
Frog
and just like general classic Turntables chaos stream. And so hopefully we'll also be able to have some other like fun content for you guys, you know, as we have this campaign going.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never once seen us be chaotic in my life.
No, we're very organized. We're very organized and never go off script.
Yep.
We are.
like right now, this is all scripted.
And you can tell because of the awesome art we have for season 2. Once again, it was drawn by the incredible Patrick Costa, who you can find on both Instagram and Twitter at PCInc_. As always, we're working toward expanding our channel point prizes, our emotes here and on Discord, as well as getting captions available, and just generally working to make the stream better for everyone. So hopefully, you know, we get some of that rolled out, and yeah.
Did we announce the new Bucky emo?
We did,
so.
but we should
announced
do it
last
again.
week, but we should do it again.
We have a Bucky. There's a picture. You can now put a picture of my dog into Twitch chat.
No,
And
now
that's-
there's 2 Bucky emotes, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can now put 2 pictures of my dog into Twitch chat. That's
Yeah.
so cool. It's the only emote I use now. I was watching some other stream, and I just like, so every once in a while, just like, here's a picture of my dog.
And those will be going up on the Discord after this. I've just been busy with work, but those will go up on the Discord after this tonight's stream. Let's see here.
And also, it is my turn. All of these updates and changes would, of course, not be possible without money from you. Give me money, please. I've recently gotten into Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Link, so the more money you give, the more I will be able to buy the so sweet cards. Oh, I love the dopamine. Capitalism has its claws gripped into me, like iron claws. And by George, do I want more cards? If my mother is watching this, I have not spent money at all. I want you to know this, truly. And honestly,
It's all for the bit.
Okay.
It is all for the bit. I have not, in fact, not. Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Links, little plug for Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Links. It's actually really good of allowing you to draw, like, get more cards without having to pay money.
Isn't it
It's
called
actually,
Master Duel?
or it's
It's called
Master.
Master Duel.
I don't care. I'm
I
a,
just
We're not
really
even
quick.
sponsored, and this sponsor bit
Yeah.
is incredible.
I'm gonna pull back the curtain just very quickly for the people at home. Chris's actual notes for what he's supposed to say is all of these updates and changes wouldn't be possible without your amazing help, and the best way you can help is using your Twitch Prime sub. That is what is written for him.
Okay,
And-
but Dustin is leaving out the follow-up, which is in bold, which says, "Feel free to change if you already have a bit."
He did
by
not have
God.
that bit planned. That is
I had
not
a
what
bit.
happened.
I had a bit. It's all very planned. It's like a 4D chess game with me. You just haven't gotten to the checkmate
Man,
yet.
we are ripping the curtain off.
You
and
have no
setting- I saw that too.
It's so
Oh,
true.
Come on to Turntables RPG to watch Chris get roasted by his mom.
So anyway, if you want to prove my mom wrong, give us your free Twitch Prime sub by getting an Amazon Prime account and connecting it to your Twitch. You can you can subscribe free with Twitch Prime. Little checkbox at the bottom. Anyway.
I'm supposed to be next, but Dustin laughing is pushing me over the edge right now.
Well, luckily, to pull back the curtain for a bit, your text does say react to Chris's Twitch Prime.
Okay.
Alright. To bring it back to Monster of the Week a little bit, we want to plug the folks who made 2 of the playbooks that we are playing in this Monster of the Week game. Wow, this is a whole situation going on out here. We are using 2 homebrew playbooks this season. I, Masha, am using The Tracker by Mike Keck, and Saul is using The Amnesiac by Jason Burns. You can find their respective links in chat, and you can also follow Jason Burns on Twitter at JabManB. Oh boy.
Yes, I just spit up all that water live on stream. That's immortalized on the internet now. Yeah, great stuff. Yes. Thank you, Jason, for the Amnesiac. It's very fun. I believe yes, it is me now this time. Hello. Speaking of supporting, definitely want to give a shout out to the Reflections of Chaos crew. They are extremely patient. I really appreciate them. I've had a crazy 2 weeks. I'm the next DM for their next arc. But for the life of me, time is not my friend. But we will be starting that next arc next Wednesday. But this Wednesday is another game night. So if you'd like to come on by and hang out with this D&D 5e charity stream that we do on Wednesdays that I'm a part of, we usually stream at 5:30 on twitch.tv/Aurelia. If one of my comrades could just do an exclamation point Ori in chat, that would be fantastic. And yeah, please come check us out. Oh wow, Anonymous just donated $100 to our Tiltify. Thank you so much. Wow,
we haven't even come up with stretch goals.
Yeah.
Does that mean that Mars and I get to talk about Twilight now?
Oh,
I didn't even
gosh.
put that on there yet.
No.
The comment is TTRPG round 6, Return of the Charity. Nice, dig it.
Nice.
Oh yeah. But yes, we will be coming up with stretch goals for that, or milestones for that pretty soon. We just need a group consensus on some of these wild ideas that we have. But yes, we'll go ahead and say like maybe the next milestone will be like 200, 250. And hopefully that will be a nice little goal for us moving forward. Yes, that's my bit. Dustin, please talk about your handsome self.
Hi. I'm handsome.
Hi, handsome. I'm Dad. God,
Wow.
I'm insufferable.
No, I was actually just gonna sit there and wait and see how long it took anybody to say anything after that, but it wasn't long actually, which is cool. I think I appreciate it.
Yep, dad energy.
Anyways, I stream on Twitch or rather I try to stream on Twitch and like I will like last week I came on for a midnight release that ended up being a 3 a.m. release for me, which was great. But I did come back and stream at 3 a.m. That was a wild night. But yeah, I do enjoy streaming when I can. It is always fun. I stream at twitch.tv/valor6 sometimes. Like I want to do it more often. I just don't for some reason because my brain says no. But hey, if I tell you guys about it and I tell you I'm going to, then I will because social pressure is real. And yeah, so that's me. Speaking of handsome people with creativity, Chris.
Hello. Speaking of ways to make my mother wrong, if you if you want to give me money, give me money through my art endeavors. Hello, I have a portfolio. I do graphic design things. I just recently I applied to some video editing places, and so I had to put together an editing reel, and so that's up there too now. Of funny bits of my video editing endeavors.
I want to see.
Oh, it's so funny. Oh, I'm such a funny guy. It's so funny. It's so silly how funny I am. But yeah, so that's all my stuff. ChrisEiler.net. I do drawings. I do things. I have like a commission thing built, but I'm just too scared to post it out of being judged completely. So that'll happen at some point. Anyway, moving on to Mars.
I did stuff. I couldn't find where I was listed in the announcements. Hi. I do games. I like games and stuff. Playing them and also making them. If you want to see my super cool one-page RPG, Beyond Genesis, it is the nerdiest game I could conceive of. It's about being a arthropod. No, you don't have to be an arthropod. It's about being an invertebrate, piloting around the exoskeleton of an arthropod like a giant mech. It is one page. You could play it in like an hour or two. It's pretty cool. I hope. I think. I swear someday I'll put up a text version of it, a PDF, not a PDF version. What's it called?
Plain text.
Typed version, typed in plain text and stuff. So, but I haven't yet. But I will soon, hopefully. So you could do that. The link is in chat. It's pretty cool. The end.
Very good.
We just hit $206 in Tiltify, so Fogwell
Okay.
must have donated before we continue with announcements.
Yes. Yes. Anonymous donated $50 a minute ago. Important charity is the comment. Thank you. Yes. Thank you so much for the donation.
Right.
Absolutely.
Very important charity.
Thank you.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
So what I was going to talk about is actually a bundle that has ended. Can I just steal the last announcement, even though it's supposed to be Mars's, just because they're going to be talking for the next 4 hours?
Yes, go ahead.
That sounds great. My
right.
voice is already hoarse.
So if you heard Mars talk about Beyond Genesis and you were like, man, I wish that I could get this tabletop game and hundreds of other tabletop games while supporting a good cause, you could purchase the Itch Bundle, TTRPGs for Trans Rights in Texas. We've talked about this bundle before. It's been going for a couple of weeks now. It has raised so far $386,920. They're splitting the proceeds between the Transgender Education Network of Texas and the Organización Latina de Trans en Texas. Two great organizations, and it is just full of wonderful tabletop games such as Kissing Comrades, Be Gay Do Crimes, and
Thirsty Sword Lesbians.
Thirsty Sword Lesbians is in it.
Also, I think Wander Home, Halo and Horns. I made a list, but
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a good time, and it's a partnership between Hit Point Press, Solarian Games, and Montacook Games. And you can get a lot of games for just $5, and it's for a good cause. So I think that you should go do that. You
It
can
is
always
also
gift
the
it to
last
someone
week
else.
of the bundle, so if you want to do it, now is the chance. Now is your time.
You have 5 days, 7 hours, and 24 minutes.
Yeah.
23 minutes.
Uh-oh. See, you're running out of time.
Running out of time. TikTok,
Get on it.
TikTok.
You gotta go now.
Gotta go
You're gonna
fast.
die any day now.
Gotta go.
Fast.
Just pitching Sonic 2 in theaters now.
Not yet.
Yeah.
So I think that's the end of the
Soon.
announcements, unless somebody else has anything.
I don't think so.
No. Cool.
If it looks like I'm in a booth at a diner, it's because I'm house sitting, and this is not where I usually am. That's all.
It's not an
That's
Olive
all
Garden.
I've got. It's not an Olive Garden, although I appreciate. To explain Chris's joke of it being in an Olive Garden, I was just eating pasta shells and I have a whole burrata to myself. At least that's what I assumed the joke was in reference to.
Yeah.
Preemptive snack check of like probably a full pound of cheese through various vessels. My body will be fine.
I just had the realization that one of the reasons I am so anxious is because I did not eat lunch or dinner.
Well, that'll do it.
You should
Yes.
grab a snack.
I will eat dinner later. It just wasn't done by the time I had granola and apple. I'm coherent and put together.
Cheers, Bartleby.
Yeah, cheers, Bartleby.
Should I go into my little intro part?
Yes, you should.
Do it.
Okay. I'm taking a second because I'm very anxious.
Just breathe. We're here.
I think breathing's a little overrated. Overrated.
I agree. It's extremely overrated.
Stick to Spanish math, Chris.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it is a somewhat chilly night. As we pan over the town of Fogwell, nestled by the bay, the fog rolling in, and simultaneously it seems to also be rolling out, almost as if it is originating from Fogwell itself. We see in the distance the lighthouse shining, its beacon passing at regular intervals through the night. And as we pan over the town, everything, for the most part, seems quiet. There's lights on in some houses. There's some bustling down towards the city square. It's a Friday night, but it's not. The town of Fogwell is small. It is quaint, and it is not. Tonight it is quiet. On the other side of the county, we see a different type of a different scenario. The town of Whitebridge, which is larger, a bit more of a hub of activity. We see the lights of the hospital and the pale glow that emanates from that. And as we pan across this Pacific Northwestern landscape, we see a bridge back kind of towards Fogwell, a bridge that spans over the river that leads into the bay, and atop that bridge, higher than anyone would dare to go, there is a figure looming, an omen of what to come. Welcome to Monster of the Week.
Welcome back, everyone.
We've returned.
Hey.
I missed
I
you.
missed you.
Wow.
That was very on. This isn't voting well. I'm already forgetting words and I've not even started like narrating. Very together.
Welcome, Crackety Jones.
Yeah. Chris and I have one brain cell that we share at the same time.
It's so true.
Yep.
Can I have it for the weekend, please? Or tomorrow specifically, because I have exams.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you.
I don't need it tomorrow. I have a friend coming over to play Smash, and
Okay.
it's more fun without
That takes no brain cells.
Yeah.
Very true.
It's more fun if I was gonna say it's more fun if you say you're having a friend over to Smash, and then I was like, that's I don't want to say that, and then I realized
we
I
said it
started
anyway.
I'm a disaster, I'm a mess. I talk when I get anxious.
Luckily, you get to talk for a lot longer now.
I know. I can't wait.
That was you witnessed the longest conversation over the phone I've ever had with my grandmother.
It was only like 2 minutes.
I know that. Usually she's just like, "How are you? Good, okay," and then she just hangs up. Love her. She just wants to know that you're like out there, you know.
And I am
Sorry.
out there.
The truth is out there.
The
That's
truth
it.
is out there.
Yeah.
So
No.
true.
The
Now
truth is
let's
here.
go find it
I
together.
I actually have the truth. Did you guys? I didn't. Like, I've got it.
Oh,
It's what's
okay.
behind that door back there.
I have been wondering.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm pretty sure I've seen your grandma walk through that door. So is your
No,
grandma
no.
the truth?
No.
Oh,
You've seen her
true.
walk through that door.
Oh, I see.
That door is where the truth is.
so true.
That door is where my grandmother walks through.
Your eyeballs ever just hurt?
10 bits for grandma. Thank you, Crackety Jones. Very
Thank
Oh.
you for grandma bits.
Yeah.
Thank you
Yeah.
for grandma bits.
Grandma
Grandma
bits.
bits.
Yeah.
Grandma
Ah,
bits.
Grandma was not a bit, but now we have grandma bits. All right.
okay. Anyway,
Anyway.
monsters.
Please, Keeper, take us away to the wonderful world of monsters.
I shall whisk you away in my magical word portal.
Word portal. I love it. Let's
Welcome
go.
to the word portal. Today in the word portal, we'll be visiting the town of Fogwell. Cole, I'm gonna say you're tuned into all the right places. Mainly police trackers and scanners and all that fun excitement. And you've noticed there's a lot more chattery like there's a lot more chatter, but it's hard to catch. So you kind of know that something is up, but the minute you realize something is up, I assume you go find the rest of your party.
I mean, if episode 1 is of any inclination, anytime anything happens, he goes and finds the rest of the party, whether they want him to or not.
I certainly do.
I assumed as such. So, I guess let's start with I'm going by what's on my screen. So, Philip, what are you up to?
I think Philip is. I think he's hanging out in like a part of town that's like on the edge of the woods, and he's just sort of staring solemnly into the darkness of the fog.
Very cool, Philip.
Thinking of the previous events of Last Mystery.
Mm-hmm. I will say that probably a little over a week has passed. So it's...
I've been standing here a week.
Oh, cool. Has someone like brought you? I was gonna say, does Philip eat?
Oh, he can. It's not. I think we talked about this at some point in Last Mystery, but Philip can consume food. It just he doesn't have stomach acid. I'd hope not. And so it just sort of, if he puts something in his mouth, it just is gonna sit there for.
So what you're saying is the book "Everybody Poops" is lying.
It truly. Philip got very offended when he saw this. He's like, I didn't do that.
Philip does not undergo peristalsis.
Put that on the wiki. Can someone make a wiki real quick and just put Philip does not poop on it?
So
no.
There's been too much scatological conversation already in this stream.
True.
True. We should have a counter.
No, I think that would only.
I feel like that would only encourage it.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I guess I meant like like a bar where it's like, oh, we've reached our limit of scat jokes, so let's just move on. We hit our limit for the night.
What if we say that we're at the limit already?
Mm-hmm.
We're beyond the limit. The limit is 0.
I was trying to find anything that had 0 on it near me. And I'm like, oh, I found the limit, but I can't.
It's so sad.
I think it would have been funnier if you pick up the Pikachu you always show us, and you're like, "This is the limit," and we're like, "What does this mean?" It's up for interpretation. I'm gonna stop interrupting so that we can actually play the game.
Yeah, I also keep getting distracted. All right. So Philip is standing at the edge of the forest. Let's actually transition over to Arthur, because Arthur has been away for a bit. And by away, I mean not awake. So, would you like to describe, I imagine today is not the as fun as it would sound to roleplay hospital exit discharge papers.
Mm-hmm.
I assume this is not the first day that Arthur is waking up since the end of since Last Mystery. So what's Arthur up to?
You tell me, Keeper. Do you want me to still be like, I could feasibly be walking back from the hospital in Whitebridge, because he would not have called Cole to come pick him up or anything of that nature. Or he could be, I always assumed that Arthur and Ren had like a shitty motel room or something along those lines. So he could be like there at the motel. What works best for you, Keeper?
I think it makes sense to have Arthur and Ren at the shitty motel, because I have to get rid of Ren for a bit.
Sure.
And Ren is
then yes, I think Arthur's probably he's probably out. What time of day is it, Keeper?
It's like, I would say it's fairly early in the morning. It's probably between 8 and 9.
Dope. Then I think Arthur's doing calisthenics outside the motel.
Very put together.
Just to get ready for sparring. Yeah.
You know that calisthenics is like pull-ups and like Okay.
He's using the edge of the motel roof.
Oh yeah.
Jumping
So
Oh
out
hell
true.
yeah.
Yeah.
How's his hollow body hold? How's his planche? Trevor, you hear this? Am I saying them right?
Planking.
They would be
Anyway.
they would be impressive to anyone who knows what those things mean.
Hmm. Absolutely. And I think one of the reasons that I suppose Arthur and Ren probably have themselves like put together and have a functional sleep schedule that does not involve sleeping in every day. But I will say that Arthur is in, or my brain confuses the two, and I don't know why. Ren is in the motel room, packing like a duffel bag because they have received a call from Lyft that requires the to take a trip back to Lyft headquarters in Chicago. Lyft was kind of secretive about it, but let Ren know that it is vaguely related to the events of last year in canon, last season in not canon, and they need a bit of his experience that has been gained, or knowledge, experience, perspective that has been gained since then, but will not tell him what it is about. So Ren is packing a bag. He'll head up to Whitebridge and take the train out of there and
Yeah.
get picked up and everything. But
I think Arthur's probably gonna come up to the door and just gonna lean on the door frame and say, "I really think I should be going with you."
Listen, I don't disagree. I don't want to do this alone. I also don't want to leave Fogwell, but I think it's, I don't know. Lyft was being weird about it, as if Lyft's always weird. I mean, they seemed to be a little unsure of themselves, and I'm not sure that introducing another person into their equation will super help.
Fair enough.
And if, anything happens here, we gotta have someone here.
So, remind me again. Not Philip, but Philip's friend was the one who thrashed y'all last week.
Sort of. I'm not sure Philip's current friendship status with the changeling, but
Okay.
they were friends for a bit. I would like to assume that after this, after they kicked our asses, and then we kicked its ass, that Philip is not friends with them anymore. But it's Philip, so no promises.
That's fair. It is Philip. All right. I'll leave you to your packing then. But
And Ren gives you a nod.
and Arthur's gonna go outside and just go through his sword techniques, and just since I guess we're not gonna spar, and he'll just go through his morning stuff. But I think that's it.
And I assume if Ren finishes packing, they'll spar or whatever. But Fig, what are you up to on this wonderful Saturday morning?
Oh man. Good question. I know what Fig would really be doing, but I want to make sure that this is an opportunity because we all promised each other it would be. I think that Fig would be maybe like at Miss Merrill's shop. I think that it's probably her first time back there since everything happened, and so I imagine that Fig is with Miss Merrill trying to suss out like how much she really knows about everything. See if Miss Merrill knows that her cat is magical. We also don't have to do like anything inside the actual shop because I don't want to make you do Miss Merrill's voice right now.
I
but so Fig
fully
is
prepared
basically-
to do Miss Merrill's
Oh,
voice, just so you know.
Then yes, we're fucking hanging out with Miss Merrill.
I wrote down NPCs to play a role, and she is the first one on there
Hell
because she's incredible and I love her.
True.
So I had to
Everybody's
include her.
favorite NPC.
Yep.
But yeah, I think that that's what Fig is doing. Is she has gone back there for another cup of tea and to just kind of catch up with Miss Merrill about the family being reunited, and yeah.
All right, I'm gonna come back to that because I think that's a good kind of segue into. I assume Cole has heard a little bit of police chatter about something's up. But Miss Merrill is the hub of everything at all important town information, basically. And so I think that would be a good place to kind of lead off into once we get the group kind of once we figure out what Cole's doing and if Cole can collect the rest of the party, meaning Philip and Arthur. So
Gotta catch them all.
gotta catch them all.
Didn't Miss Merrill explicitly say don't get Cole involved in this kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Nice.
Good point.
Neat.
Fig, have you told Cole about this? Like, have you told Cole about like this kind of not relationship or like deal, like this situation you have with going with Miss Merrill?
I think that I would have mentioned it. Just like, hey, I met your old elementary school teacher. She's kind of an interesting person. I think she's related to the people who founded the town, just kind of that way. But not mention that she has a magical cat.
It doesn't matter.
So-
He's going to mention that, but he's probably talking about like
The taxidermy one.
the taxidermy cat. Yeah.
Yeah. But I assume Cole would not know to look for you at Miss Merrill's this morning.
No.
Okay. So, Cole, what are you up to? What's going on? It's Saturday morning. Watching cartoons?
Well, not anymore. You gave him a hook. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I did give him a hook. Sorry, Cole. I've interrupted your cartoons.
It's fine. He's got a subscription to Crunchyroll. That's right. Everyone go to crunchyroll.com/turntablesrp. No, I'm just kidding. We don't
Wow,
have
could
that.
you imagine?
God, I wish.
Could you imagine us being sponsored by Crunchyroll?
What's each of our characters' favorite anime?
Anyways, yeah. As soon as he hears anything, he's got he's out the door, and out hunting for his comrades in arms, his party members, his
Bros.
fellow monster hunters.
All right. And I'm gonna assume you kind of know where Philip's at, because according to Chris, Philip has been here for a while.
Yeah, he's the one who brings Philip food, just because he's not sure if Philip needs to eat.
I don't think Philip's been eating it. I think he's been feeding it to animals that like come up and sniff his decaying corpse.
Does Philip smell?
Oh, he smells bad.
Oh no! Oh no! That's not a great fact. Someone get Philip deodorant.
For the wiki.
For the-
And also
God.
probably something a lot stronger than deodorant.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sure if he got enough axe, he could probably cover it.
Got a blue
Oh,
probably
doesn't
just
Cole
smell
have an
even more.
axe?
Oh, so true. So facts.
So
Facts about that
fact.
axe.
Very good.
Okay.
So
All
Cole,
right.
so Cole's
Alright.
going
Thank you,
to.
Eric, for the har har har.
It's
He has
Very-
blood, Eric. I do want to remind he has pitch black blood. So if he's dry, that's sad.
yep. Cole, is there someone you're gonna seek out first? Is there? You're out the door. We're gonna kind of follow you until the party gets put together, and if
Nice.
if
And
that
then they
works for
will
you.
follow me into battle.
Yep.
As the descendant that I am. I think he knows where Philip is, so that's an easy get. And you know, everybody loves Philip, so like,
That's so true. Factual.
Philip is lovable.
I feel like if anybody can convince people to like,
New sitcom starring Ray Romano. Everybody loves Philip.
all right. I was trying to think of like a celebrity named Philip, and I can't just right offhand.
Philip K. Dick? Is that a guy? I think it's an author.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's a name. That I've
The
heard
name
before.
sounds very familiar. No idea who. I think
There's
everyone
Phil
who's
Collins. I'm
Mm.
assuming
Sure,
it's
Phil
short for
Collins. There we
Phillips.
go.
For Philip.
Everybody
Yeah.
loves Phil. Starring Phil
Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil is playing.
Collins.
So.
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta go Phil.
Cole and Philip, what's up? Cole, do you want to
Say something as you walk
say
up to Philip.
something, or are you just gonna like throw Philip in the back of your van? If you would like to roll investigate a mystery to figure out how much you heard before you were like, I'm getting my party together.
He just goes. He just hears, and another mystery. Yeah, and he's out the door.
Yep.
But sure, I'll give it a shot. Everybody here making me roll investigate a mystery like I'm smart or something. Let's see. So that's a 6 and a 3, which is 9, plus my sharp, which is -1, makes it an 8. So
That's great. That is a mixed success. And I'm opening up my character moves sheet thing.
So, I mean, the easy question here is just what happened here, because I get to ask one question, and what happened here sounds like something that I would hear on the radio.
That would be convenient for you to hear, huh? So so over the radio you've heard a bit of police chatter, and I think you've kind of figured out by now that like certain distances, if a police walkie person is far away, it's not going to pick up sound as well. And so you've kind of been able to figure out, like, based off like the amount of static you hear, where certain calls are coming from. I also imagine, I don't know anything about how police use like scanners or anything, but I imagine there's some sort of like, if the Whitebridge, like if it is an issue in Whitebridge, you'll get some sort of code for that. So you know that in Whitebridge last night there was a patient who left the hospital. They left at around 7 p.m. And security camera has them kind of wandering around a little bit before, like, for a couple of hours, kind of going away from the hospital and sort of towards the forest, and then towards the rest of Whitebridge, and then kind of going back, and then but at around midnight, there is footage, and you can see the person who's walking back from wherever they've gone off to in the forest or in Whitebridge, and they're walking back, and the footage seems to get a little. You've heard the footage kind of gets a little staticky, and there appears to be a shadow that kind of just passes over the screen, and then that person is gone. They have looked around the hospital. They've looked in the nearby forest. There's basically a manhunt going on for, or is that a missing person hunt? They're looking for this dude. I don't think they. Yeah, we're all looking for a dude. No, that's not
So
true.
true.
No. Yeah, so I don't imagine they'd say this person's name over the radio, the police radio. That seems like a breach of confidentiality or something. But you know that it is a Whitebridge resident who has gone missing in Whitebridge from the hospital, was kind of acting weird, and then around midnight got yoinked.
Yoink.
Yoinked.
All right.
I hope that one of the cops said that.
Yoink.
One of
Yeah.
the Bryans was just like,
Hey.
oh, he got yoinked.
Hey, we got word that this dude got yoinked.
Yeah, you
This
got-
is it.
yoinked, my
Guy
guy.
got yoinked. I'm very sad.
Yep.
We've got a code 5. We got yoinked.
We've got a yoinkage on our hands, everyone. I can get all hands on deck for help work. I don't know.
Mars, yours is just so realistic.
Yeah,
guess you
I
gotta
know.
get on their level.
I know.
Yeah, that is actually code 5 is actually code for yoink.
Mhm.
Little known fact.
Yep.
It's not an all points bulletin, it's an all points yoink.
Gosh.
We do have the yoink. We've got the yoinking of an unidentified civilian.
Incredible.
Yoink.
Yoink.
Someone's gotten yoinked.
Someone has been yoinked.
Oh yeah, yoink bits.
Yoink bits.
Dragon
I love
Yoink
yoink
bits.
bits.
Thanks so much.
We're
Greg.
gonna yoink
Sorry,
those
it's a
bits from
cheer,
you.
not a bit. I don't know enough about.
I don't know.
Which is,
They
Yeah.
cheer, but when you cheer, you give bits. So
Mm.
45 seconds.
That
of
seems
just
needlessly
straight yoinks.
confusing. Cole, what's up? Where you've got this? You've heard about this yoinkage. You found Philip. Are you gonna tell him anything, or are you just gonna yoink him?
no, he's,
Opens up van doors, grabs him.
Yep.
no, he's not. He's not one to kidnap people in his van. No,
That's
he
good.
will actually like park a little ways away and respectfully walk up to Philip and just kind of stand there in silence for a minute. Cole is excitable, but he's not disrespectful. And he will stand there for just a moment, just kind of staring in the same direction as Philip. And Masha, sorry, I just read Masha's chat. Anyways,
Yeah.
okay. And then he's going to lean over to Philip and like just kind of like lean in for a second, and he's going to say, "I think that bit of fog looks kind of like a dragon."
Oh, Cole, you have such magic eyes. I wish I could see the things you do. All I see is red. Anyway, how are
Wow.
you, best friend?
See, Philip's doing well.
Yeah.
You should maybe see an optometrist sometime. Anyways,
I don't have eyes.
I'm impressed you know what an optometrist is. Anyways, I found out something. Apparently, somebody went missing
Oh,
from
people do that a lot. I feel like I sometimes go missing too.
yeah, but this one apparently got yoinked.
Oh no, not a code 5.
Yeah, code 5. Code 5 yoink.
Oh,
These are just codes that Cole and Philip have
Yeah.
made up themselves. It's not.
It's a code
Oh.
5 yoink. So, I think we should take a look into it because apparently even the police are stumped.
well, honestly, if the last few times we've had to deal with things that are any like gauge, the police aren't really that great at their job.
I mean, true.
They're usually stumped.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. Also, how are you? Are you good? Are you like is that a new haircut?
Nope.
Okay, I just thought it looked nice. Anyway,
I like your haircut too. Let's go
thank
find the rest of the-
you. Sometimes a bird comes in and starts nipping at it.
Yeah?
It's sometimes it tickles, other times the level of pain I feel is somewhat random. Sometimes it's immense, sometimes it's nothing. I don't know. Anyway,
Oh,
Same.
cool. Also,
Oh.
I can fly now, and Philip just starts flying.
very quickly.
Whoa!
I hate to interrupt. Ori donated $20 2 minutes ago. Their comment. We stand
Hey.
as youth. Great cause from a great group of people. Y'all rock. Thank you, Ori.
Thank
You
you.
rock.
Yes. Thank you.
You rock. And I'm not just yoinking your chain on that one.
Wow.
God. Wow.
Have we had enough? Have we had enough?
Have
I don't know.
I hope so.
We'll see. We'll see
I
how the rest of
don't
the night
know.
goes.
I'm so...
Oh, brother.
Anyway, so yeah, so the little girl, I don't want to say her name because it makes it too real. She kind of took some things from me when she was doing her own little magic-y thing, and that sort of got me thinking, you know what, maybe I'll take something from her, because she was a good friend of mine, and she meant a lot to me, and now she's dead, question mark, and I maybe killed her? I don't know, Fig shot her first. But anyway, so yeah, I learned how to fly through visual learning. I'm such a visual learner, though again, I do not have eyes.
Cannon Fig shot first.
Yep.
So true. Anyway, so we want to go investigate this missing person. Shall we get the other people?
Yeah, definitely. I just not 100% sure where they are, but I'm sure we can find them.
Well, do we I assume has Ren and Arthur like told Fig and Cole where they lived? It would be understandable if they didn't.
That's a great question. What do you think, Mars?
Is a great question. I have a feeling that like at some point, like I think probably Ren and Arthur get like coffee every morning at like the same place, and I think probably Cole just like every time Cole needed Ren or Arthur would just like start arriving a little bit earlier and basically eventually like tracing them back to where this motel is. Or there's only one motel in town. I don't know. I feel like Cole probably knows.
Yeah. So we're down for whatever you want to be the case.
Oh, Cole knows.
Okay.
Okay,
Cole
cool.
knows.
Especially since you said that they work out, that he works out outside of it. So
Yeah.
So true.
I feel like Cole definitely would have heard, hey, there's two guys fighting with swords in front of the motel. They seem to be pretty chill though on the police scanner quite a few times.
That's the code 4.
That's code 4.
We got code 4, 2 guys sword fighting.
outside of a hotel.
So
Specifically
true.
that.
It's code
So-
16 pack because they both have Apex.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
So y'all are coming to the motel.
Yeah, I guess so.
Sounds. I mean, we know to look there.
Yeah, I think. Probably that's the best place to start.
Was
Yeah.
Was Ren getting a lift from Lyft?
I think Lyft kind of doesn't have as much of a presence out here in like the Pacific Northwest. I think I don't remember where Eclipse was headquartered, but I think it was out west more.
Eclipse, I think, or yeah, that's right. I don't think we ever did Eclipse. Lyft was,
Well,
yeah.
I'm gonna assume that Eclipse kind of has more of a presence in this area, and but also Fogwell and Whitebridge and everything are kind of remote, and Lyft is kind of like, we're just gonna have you walk to the Whitebridge train station, and we'll then take the train into a major city where we can get you. So.
Very cool.
I think probably Ren is kind of heading out as the as Cole and Philip kind of roll up. I think they've got. Lyft is probably going to fly them out to Chicago. Can you bring a sword on an airplane?
Well,
Presumably.
Here's my question: is do you think Ren would have been gone at this point in time by the time that they show up?
I think Ren is probably like.
I want to imagine that you're like getting into the cab and we see the van coming down the road and Arthur's like, go, 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 save yourself.
I don't think Ren is left quite yet.
Okay.
They are probably planning on leaving in the next like 5-10 minutes. So they're all packed up. I imagine they're just either having a chat with Arthur or sparring on the front lawn of this motel with their duffel bag kind of to the side, and are basically ready to go, but are giving it 10 more minutes, I guess.
We can be chatting. I think
Yeah.
that would be nice. Cool. Then I guess as we watch the van roll up, Arthur's just gonna groan a little bit, and he's gonna be like, I mean, I just spent a good amount of time in bed rest, so I guess this is good that I see the van rolling up.
I mean, whatever happens, you'll get
It's
some
not just a signal; it's a warning.
You'll get some sort of excitement.
Friendship.
You'll get some sort of excitement.
It's easy for you to say. You're gonna be gone.
I had to deal with it last week. Your turn.
Cole honks the horn.
What music are we playing?
No. That's a good question. I think that he gave Philip the ox.
Okay, it's just
Oh,
a bunch
God.
of xylophone music.
Incredible. Incredible. Philip,
Oh
your
my
taste in
God.
music. Chef's kiss.
It reminds me of my bones.
Even better.
It's a spooky, scary skeletons theme.
Ding 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 ding. Yeah,
And I think as kind of you Cole honks, Ren is going to sling that duffel bag over their shoulder and head out the door, presumably unless Arthur's gonna shut the door and pretend he's not here, probably walking out with Arthur.
Arthur will, make sure his sword is stowed on his back and then put the overcoat on, and then kind of like follow out the door and lock it.
All right. I think Ren is kind of just going to give a wave because they know if they try and talk to Cole or explain, hey, I have to go on a secret mission for a monster hunting agency, it will be very hard for them to actually be on time for this train or, any sort of like convince Cole not to follow along, that kind of thing. So I think they're just going to kind of give a wave and then probably start jogging, so that
Wait.
Arthur has to explain it.
Oh,
What?
fuck.
What?
Arthur's just gonna kind of like stand awkwardly, like maybe 10 feet away from the van, and kind of like watch as Ren runs away, and then just kind of like slowly pan back.
Philip's gonna be turning down the window and be like, Arthur, it's me! It's Philip! It's in Cole's driving the van, obviously, because I'm not legally allowed to drive. I don't know if you recognized us. We've grown so old in the past few weeks. You've been gone.
In the meantime, Cole falls out of the other side of the van, tangled in his seatbelt.
If I hit my head hard enough on this table, maybe. Hi. Hello, Philip. Good to see the both of you. What's up?
Someone went missing from the hospital.
It's a case number 5.
I don't know what that means.
It was a yoinking.
That also does not help.
Someone went missing after breaking out of the hospital.
Are you okay? Do you need someone to? I can cut
It's
the belt.
no, I'm okay. I'm fine.
Okay.
Cole, if you need mouth to mouth, I'll help you.
You don't have a mouth. Okay.
Oh, but I'll try really hard. Have you ever had group CPR, Arthur?
No, I can honestly say I haven't.
I'm fine.
I'm gonna get in now.
Okay.
Okay.
That was easy.
Would you like shotgun?
No, that's fine.
Okay, I just wanted to be cordial.
Right. And he just gonna kind of like, is it one of those that has like the door on the side, or do you have to get in through the back?
No, it has a door on the side.
All right.
Even though it has windows, it is not a windowless van.
Okay. Then yeah, he'll pop open the side and like climb in to the seats that you've got back there.
And I think we're gonna shift over to Fig and Miss Merrill, who probably at about the same time. Miss Merrill is going to you guys are enjoying your tea, chatting about whatever, the town, general. I think Miss Merrill is probably telling you about some of the weird antiques and stuff she's got around, and petting her taxidermied cat, and she is going to get a phone call. She picks up her cane and walks over to where there's like a old rotary phone, and picks it up, and you hear her go, I have to get a pencil now too, because this is part of the character.
Get the prop.
I'm waiting. I'm just.
Did she have a southern accent?
No.
I don't think she's...
It's just
Okay.
really raspy.
It was
just
like-
raspy.
It was like the lady from Monsters Inc.
Oh yeah. Well.
All right. No, that's really Monsters Inc.
That's
I think
Ike
that's exactly
Wazowski.
always watching.
Always
Oh
watch.
boy. And she I'm gonna delay talking as Miss Merrill for as long as possible. So you Fig, this
What
little-
are they
little
selling? Chocolate?
store is kind of small, and you hear her kind of, it appears to be a very one-sided conversation. She is seeming to be receiving information from someone on the other line. You hear her mention a few just debating if you want if she should tell you this or if you want to overhear it. I think you're gonna overhear it. And you hear her say, oh boy, this isn't going well at all. a shadow, like from way back whenever. And there's silence. And she nods, which obviously the other side of the phone cannot see, but she says, "All right, we'll figure it out. It'll be fine. I'm sure he's not back." And is gonna hang up the phone and walk back over to you.
I also like to think that outside the window you have seen Cole's van go by at least 3 times.
Also, I'm gonna lean over real fast because I have my heater on because it's 40 degrees out, and now I'm overheating.
Mm.
I just
we
imagine
go.
you're sitting there, you see the van go by, and it goes. Doot, 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 doot. It's like xylophone music. Sorry.
Arthur's just at the window.
Arthur's home aloneing it.
Fig sees, but does not read. Well, I think Fig has overheard this discussion and turns to Miss Merrill and just says, I'm sorry, I don't typically mean to listen to what other folks are talking about, but you said there was some kind of big shadow creature, something like that?
Yeah, there's always big shadows and all sorts of random crap around here. It's a weird place. You know this. I know this. We all know this. Just a normal weird shadow.
Right, and it sounded like this shadow has been around before? Is that what I picked up on? I'm sorry, I'm not trying to... You know what? Just forget it. I don't mean to pry.
So you're going back on it? Or are you trying to use reverse psychology here? Because Are you trying to manipulate someone?
Honestly, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think that Fig has made like one friend in this town and is trying not to destroy that friendship by being nosy for the first time ever. But yeah.
I think I was about to say she's looking around. She is blind. She is not looking around. I think she's kind of like pacing around. Sort of. Normally, when Miss Merrill walks around her house, she does not use her cane because she knows it very well. But this time, she almost seems like she's like methodically tapping the floor for something, or as if she's like counting. There seems to be something has changed since this phone call. She has received this phone call, and she's gonna say, this town's had a lot of weird shit happen, and all the crazy anger and the violence and the whatever the hell happened over with the baby and that whole family. I heard you got him home safe and everything seems to be normal again, so I don't know how much you were involved in that, but congratulations. Thanks for that. And
Right.
it sort of sounds like she's talking to you, or almost like she's talking at you, I guess. Like she's talking, but talking so that she doesn't have to, or so that, how do I describe this? She's talking so that she can focus on doing something else, basically, so that she doesn't have to listen to you talking, which sounds very rude, but it's more like, she's trying to kind of almost like distract you, I guess, from what she's doing.
Can I determine what she's doing?
You could try and investigate a mystery.
I think that I will gladly try to do that, because if I've picked up on the fact that she's trying to kind of like keep something from me, I want to know what that thing is.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and roll investigate a mystery, and we are also going to pull up the character sheet that we had Trevor text us because we forgot it at home. Investigate a mystery is sharp. I rolled a 5 and a 4, which is 9, plus my 3 sharp is a 12.
Okay. You sure do investigate that mystery, so you can hold two.
I investigate that mystery real good. I think from the top of my head, the question that I think is what I am looking to answer is what is being concealed here? Miss Merrill is trying to keep something a secret from me, or at the very least not clue me into what she is doing, but I want to know what that thing is.
You notice as you're watching her, she's kind of pacing back and forth, and in her little like kind of mystical shop, I guess, or like funky little shop with all of her tarot cards and stuff, antique shop. She's got kind of a little like display of kind of kitschy touristy stuff, and kind of around that display, a lot of the touristy stuff is, Fogwell's in the Pacific Northwest. There's a good amount of fun Bigfoot stuff here, and a lot of there's kind of a little cryptid corner basically where she's got and as she's walking back and forth, she seems to almost be like putting stuff from that corner in her pockets, or like sort of hiding it away, tucking it behind like the counter, that kind of thing. So she seems to be concealing, in the process of concealing these sort of cryptid things about, Bigfoot and Mothman and Nessie and all those other good ones. Flatwoods Monster, Loveland Frogman. I can keep naming cryptids if you want.
I'm always here for extra cryptids being named.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna try to sneakily call her out on it by saying something like, Miss Merrill, I'm happy to help you clean up things around here if you would like. I can also be on my way. It seems like I don't know. Should I leave you be for the afternoon?
I think probably I might have some old some history coming back that might be coming my way, and I've got a lot of secrets,
That's amazing. Sorry.
I said that line, went, wow, what a chaotic line, and then forgot where I was going with that statement.
I love that this NPC is just like, I have got a lot of secrets, okay?
I've got secrets.
Get off my case, Fig.
Yeah, I think it's Miss Merrill has kind of talked to you a lot about the town, and a lot about, like, she knows that you are a newcomer to the town. She knows all the hot town gossip, all that kind of stuff. And you know that she is kind of some sort of a mystical inclined person, or likes mystical types of objects, likes tarot cards and weird stuff like that, the paranormal, and obviously she's got this little cryptid corner, and I don't think you've do you think you would have talked to her about that, like, directly, about her?
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, again, I think this is the second time that Fig has ever been in the shop, period.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't think that she would have even, clocked that area yet.
Mm-hmm.
Very much. So,
Yeah.
if it would help the story, we can say that they have talked about it. I don't want to take that away.
Not. I
Um,
wouldn't have asked if it had mattered. I would have been
Okay.
like, you've probably talked to her about it, right? But yeah, it doesn't matter, right? So.
Okay.
She is going to. What was the question? What was I?
I know Fig was just like, hey, do you want me
Oh,
to
right.
leave, or what are you doing?
right.
Basically, like, can I help you with what you're doing, or do you want me to leave?
Miss Merrill is gonna be like, yeah, I might have some people coming by later, so I'm gonna. I don't mean to rush you out. I'm sorry. I don't normally have visitors, but I just want to make sure everything's. I don't want you to have to worry about meeting a ton of new folks and you know what. I don't want to take up your afternoon, so you feel free to head out. I've got cleaning up here and all that.
Well, how about this, Miss Merrill? I helped out with the last situation, and I think I can keep a good secret. So if you ever need a helping hand, someone who can keep quiet about the weird shit that goes on here, take care of other weird shit, you just let me know. All right? I'm gonna try not to make myself too available because I don't particularly like socializing with folks, but you got a nice little shop here and you give me tea and that's nice. So all I'm trying to say is I am here to be a resource for you if you would like, especially if it keeps Cole out of trouble.
And I think she kind of she when you mention the weird stuff, she stops tapping, she stops walking, she stops putting stuff away, and she says, "Well, first of all, Cole is you can't keep the boy out of trouble. So, as much as I'd like to, make sure he stays safe and everything, I can't have you be his babysitter all the time. So, I might take you up on that offer, but I think for now, things will be all right. I don't know. Does Fig have a phone? Does Fig have a phone?
I think so. Fig would have a phone. It would be silly for her to not have a phone.
Yeah.
It's probably like a jailbroken old iPhone or something, but yeah, she's got one.
Yeah, Fig is definitely like off the grid. I wasn't sure how off the grid she was, so I wanted to double check. But I think you've probably exchanged phone numbers with Miss Merrill. I think that probably happened like earlier. Miss Merrill was like, I've got tea on the town. If you ever are away and or need some information and don't have time to come back, and so I think Miss Merrill's gonna say, if I need you, I'll call you. I think I don't want you to have to worry about being around here when there's a bunch of other folk here.
I'm taking the hint, Miss Merrill. I'll get out of your hair.
I'm sorry to end things so soon, Fig. I like talking to you. You seem like a sweet kid, and as always, I don't know if you're gonna see him, but keep Cole out of trouble, or keep Cole out of everything. I think. Don't want him to sticking his nose in too many places.
Fig will say goodbye to Miss Merrill and locate the live cat and give it a little pet. Now that she knows there's a real one, and unless it's not what cat, but then she will leave the store. And kind of remark to herself that was a weird as hell interaction.
You know those candy stores in the mall, and they've got the big bear in the rocking chair out front?
What?
Go what?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yes to the
this
candy
is a-
stores, no to the bear in the
The
rocking
bear
chair.
in the rocking chair, the classic.
None of you have the bear, the giant bear. It's like a candy store, and all of them have this big stuffed bear. Okay, thank you, Dustin. Imagine a giant stuffed bear toy sitting in a chair. I was saying that so you could get an idea of like what size it is, but that doesn't help. But there's a giant like it sort of looks like maybe it was once like some sort of weird Bigfoot, but now is just kind of like a little bit old. Its fur is kind of matted, and I think that's kind of where the alive cat is curled up, just like in Bigfoot's lap, as it is kind of also towards this cryptid corner.
I found an image of what I assume is either what you were discussing or related to it, and it is an extremely cursed image. It's like the worst image. I mean, it's not like not safe for work or anything.
Yeah, no, that's the bear. That is exactly what I'm thinking about. I guess maybe they're not all in malls. I know mine is the nearest one to me is in a mall, but
well, this one is apparently from part of California, so I guess we do have this premise out here. His mouth is just scary.
They have one in Dollyland, which is for the uninitiated, the theme park based around Dolly Parton. That is 100% real and is run by, in fact, Dolly Parton.
God, we should have done a Dollyland mystery last season.
It's great. It's actually a very cool theme park. Anyways, sorry. I just want to explain that's where I saw
yeah.
my friend.
There's just like one at my mall, and so I just kind of assumed that was like one of those mall stores, like a Hot Topic or whatever. It's like, yeah, that's in every mall. Apparently
what
not.
would be on a chair out front of a Hot Topic?
Yeah.
An Invaders Zim plushie.
There's also
you're
in my total side route, there is a giant Snorlax plushie that's like very large in my mall.
Nice.
Near my house.
Listen, I would go in any store with a Snorlax plushie outside of it. So, like, if you ever want to kidnap me, just put a Snorlax plushie outside of where you want to kidnap me, and I'll go in.
All
Noted.
right, sounds good. So Cole, where are you driving to? I assume Fig has probably not disclosed her living situation or location or anything. So is there,
I think I will add, just so that makes this potentially easier, is at her dismay, Cole has caught Fig at that coffee shop that we established last mystery. And he knows that she goes there somewhat frequently. So just that is a place that I don't want this to turn into like, hey Cole, where are you going? What? Fig's not there. Oh no.
Yeah, I'm just
roll
like,
a d6.
Can't catch me.
keep like, all right, Fig, where are you going? Cole, you're going in the opposite direction now. Anyway, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I think you, Cole, you're driving around. You are driving around kind of the city center area, where Miss Merrill's shop is, where this little coffee shop is. It's I say it's like a city center area. It's like maybe like a block or two of like little cafes and shops and books, like a bookstore, that kind of thing. And I think you probably see Fig walking towards this coffee shop as you're driving around.
I would even say that we've stopped at the coffee shop because I mean, Arthur probably would like some coffee, and I think we would even just stop here. So like, in fact, it is in fact Fig who sees us at the coffee shop.
That sounds like a great idea. Fig, do you see them in the coffee shop and then divert? Cole would chase her down like that. Don't worry about it.
God.
Like listen, don't worry if just give even just the slightest hint of where someone is. Cole will will stop splitting the party. He will bring the party together.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I think that it was Fig's intention to walk to the coffee shop, and she knows she's not going to be able to avoid Cole, so she will just walk right up to him and the rest of the group and just wait for him to talk first.
Teacher!
Hello!
How's it going, you two?
And Arthur.
Arthur's just.
Arthur's in there?
Arthur will just wave from the window.
Say hi, Arthur.
I waved, Philip.
Okay, but it's nice and polite to use your words. You have such a
Someone-
pretty voice.
The window
Someone
is-
went missing.
Oh.
Someone missing.
What?
They were yoinked.
Someone went missing. They broke out of the hospital again. Wow, that hospital is. Anyways, they broke out of the hospital and then disappeared. The police can't find them.
I will say just real fast, you know that they did not break out of the hospital. They were discharged, and then it was just kind of like they kept walking back and forth, kind of seeming a little lost. They were one of the people who last mystery kind of got into that big brawl, and they had some pretty severe scratching and a little bit of kind of an infection, so they had to kind of stay overnight and get that treated and all that. So they were discharged, but they kind of were confused. So they passed all the like, is your brain okay? Can you leave the hospital tests? But once they got out, it seems like they just kind of didn't know where they were going.
I also just remember that the cafe is named the Ocean View Cafe.
Thank you.
Nice.
I don't have my notes.
Okay. So yeah, so Cole will share the information, especially now that everybody's together. Except Ren.
Yep.
Ren ran away.
Yep.
Well, Arthur, it is good to see you well. I don't think that it's been a minute. Bet you're wishing you're back in the hospital already. How's your head?
Actually, it's quite clear at the moment.
That's good.
We'll see how long it lasts. But it's good to see you too. I know when you all last saw me, I wasn't in the best of places. I hope I didn't hurt any of you.
Even if you did, I'd been attacked by worse. So.
That's so cool.
Right. So, missing person. This. I mean, is it really a cause for concern? Okay, what would I know about, like, ooh, there was a shadow and then there was not a person there anymore kind of thing?
It does sound just like a normal missing persons case. I don't know what the cause is for us to get involved.
Cole likes to feel like a hero, and he is one. And so he'll save the day because the cops are not good at their job.
Well, I guess that we don't know them, but I definitely was there when all of that went down, and it seemed like folks weren't doing so hot in that area. I actually heard from members of the town that people being violent with each other has kind of become a weird, bizarre norm in the town. I don't really know what to make of that. Maybe there's like a gas leak somewhere or something that makes people behave kind of funky. What
do you mean by violent?
Oh man, there's a lot to catch you up on, Arthur. I was walking around not too far from here, actually, and there were these two folk just absolutely going at each other in terms of sheer violence. And it was bizarre because the cops were there, tried to separate them. They wouldn't really be separated. At some point, I tried to separate them as well. I mean, it's not in my nature to get in the way of people doing whatever they're doing, but it was getting pretty gnarly. Lots of blood being spilled. And it felt like everybody else in the town was raring to go as well. But I ended up in conversation with one of the locals who said that it's just been happening. That people and creatures have been getting angry.
I've not
I
felt
don't
angry.
know.
Oh, I felt angry.
Well, I've been angry at the injustice, but other than
Truly,
that-
you are a symbol of vengeance.
But anyways, even if it isn't something that's weird, this person going missing, I mean, it's still like a person who is in fact missing. And I mean, Fig is one of the best trackers that I know, if not the best. And I mean, it's not exactly the safest thing in the world, Arthur. So, having an extra person to fight certainly wouldn't hurt. So even if it's just a person lost in the woods, isn't that worth at least looking for them?
I mean, I'm happy to take a look at the area where this person seemed to vanish from. I can identify lots of tracks, but it's my suspicion they just ended up on a train or got picked up by like a someone who just what's the word?
A hitchhiker?
Thank you. Or they just hitchhiked somewhere. I mean, if we can get access to the footage, I guess, of them actually vanishing, that might be good, but I'm not friends with the cops out here. I don't want to talk to them. One of them's already got it out for me.
You know what? I may have someone who can get us that, if that will really help you.
Okay.
Is this... Are they gonna get it illegally?
I mean, maybe.
So we're okay with crossing that line of the law?
Are we? Do you want to go commit some crimes, Arthur?
I didn't say that, Philip.
Are you a fan of arson?
Actually, no. I'm not. Okay. I'm just I'll I have nowhere to go, so I'll stay, but I do think we need a plan outside of just staring at a videotape.
Okay. Would you like to? Would you like to see a movie?
I think that's kind of what.
Oh, he did just say we don't want to stare at video. I'm so sorry.
I mean, Cole, you said that we might have a way of getting that. I mean, if you want to connect with that person, I'm not going to stop you, but it's also possible it'll be really obvious from the scene itself what happened.
Yeah.
But
Oh, but Cole, do you want to dirty your hands with the sin of crime?
Well, I mean, we could go take a look around and see what we can find first, right? I mean, I don't know. It just seems like if we're able to help and we can, shouldn't we?
So true. That's why you're my best friend.
You're my best friend too, Philip.
Oh my gosh. We're all best friends together. A group hug.
Ren senses a disturbance in the forest. They're like, "Oh man,
Oh man, I missed out on the group hug.
Arthur will
it's not
duck
on the
it.
group
Will
hug."
attempt to duck out of the group hug. Arthur kind of just shakes his head and he says, "It's fine. Let's look into it, but at a certain point, if we don't find anything, then we should just call it.
Okay, then I can show you my coloring books and we can hang out and have a little play date.
I can't think of a reason why not to do that. So, sure, if we don't find anything, I'll come see your coloring books.
Okay, so I'm gonna have fun either way. Let's go.
All right, hop in, Fig.
Oh goodness. I'm gonna get a coffee first, and Fig
Same.
will purchase a coffee and then get in the van.
So will Arthur.
Fig and Arthur are like, we can't do this uncaffeinated. All right. And that I think so. I'm assuming your plan is to go to the scene of the crime, if I'm understanding that correctly.
Sounds right to me.
All right. Then I think that is a good place to take our break. As we are transitioning locations. I am making a smooth transition into our 10-minute break. By saying we'll be back in 10 minutes. Around 9:05 Central Time, 10:05 Eastern Time. Mountain Time doesn't exist. And I forgot 6?
7.
No, 7. 7:05 Mountain Time. Pacific Time.
My-
I'm a
my-
disaster.
We don't use that time here, yeah.
We don't
There's
use
no
that time
mountain
here.
time.
Correct. Alright.
Have a snack for snack check. It'll
Have
be
a
fun.
snack check. Oh god, oh it's already transitioned. but not like with me. Oh, hello, we returned.
We return. Woo!
We have
Oh,
returned.
hello.
Hello, welcome to the madness.
Snack check?
It's snack check time.
It's snack check time.
No,
Tell me what
like-
you're putting in your mouth.
No.
Interesting theme song. Thank you for your contribution.
You're welcome.
I have Mexican lasagna, which is interesting.
What makes
very-
it
How do you feel
Mexican?
about that, Saul?
Yeah, what makes it Mexican? I'm
I
interested.
don't
Yeah.
know. I just know the recipe is called Mexican
We
lasagna,
put
and
rice
there's no
and beans in it.
sauce. It's got beans, and it's got tomatoes, and it's got cheese, and it's got zucchini, and no pasta
So true.
sauce. It's a little bit strange.
Interesting.
And by a
It
little,
sounds
I
like
do mean
it
a
sounds
lot.
like you showed a white family a wet burrito / enchilada, and they
Yeah.
were like, "I could do that."
I get the feeling that that probably is what it was. It was like some Betty Crocker white lady being like, I can do this, but with lasagna noodles, and then like
Yeah.
publishing a cookbook.
If we go,
It's very interesting
if
tasting.
we all go back to Gen Con this year and one of us has like a kitchen like area and stuff like that, I'd love to make y'all my mom's rice because it's the bomb. I think.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you know, if we do all get to go to Gen Con, we're gonna have hot Cheetos mac and cheese, baby.
Yeah.
I still haven't eaten it. It's sitting in my cabinet every
What do you
time.
what?
Not
time-
missing out.
Every time I look at it, I'm like, man, this is gonna make me
It's
body reject. My body's
Yeah.
gonna reject this. Why is wet burrito in all caps? That's what they're called. Burrito mojado. Excuse me. Sorry. Like,
I've just made a realization about the Mexican lasagna. Instead of having sauce, it has refried beans.
Oh, of course.
I guess that's
and
what makes it Mexican.
there it is. Yeah, because only
That's so
Mexican.
true.
Yep.
Mexican.
It's also
It
got
just-
yellow squash. It's an interesting time. I'm having a sensory adventure. I'm gonna also eat now and stop talking. I'm going to assume all your snacks are great. I'm muting myself so that I can eat very fast.
you can eat slow and we'll talk really loud. We'll talk really long, is what I meant to say. Since I'm
Oh, well,
Ah!
hold on.
No,
But then
don't.
I'll still want to talk, so it's like I
well, just
Yeah.
just make, sure
Bartleby,
that, make sure
no.
that the periods of time between you talking are long enough for you to have like a bite of food. Why would you say this? Why would you say this,
Aw.
Bartleby? I'm trying to.
Bartleby.
My snack is a cup noodle which has no peas in it for some reason. I don't know if my parents bought special no pea cup of noodle. And also these oranges that I cut in half off screen because then Twitch won't get mad. That's on the bag said they were pink on the inside, and I don't know. You tell me. Does that look pink?
Oh, that's
no, it does
pink.
not.
False advertising.
I'm colorblind, and that's pink.
I do want to say that they've laxed it a little bit on you can have a knife on stream. You just cannot threaten anyone with it. But if you're like, because they have like entire cooking streams now, so like
That makes
it'd be
sense.
kind of hard for you to not have a knife if you're gonna.
Well,
I
knowing me being a jokester, I'd probably like joke threaten
Oh,
a joke character, and it would just go poorly. So.
that would be then the Twitch cops show up.
I would like to be
immediately.
Twitch beneficiary.
cops. You got a knife.
Guys, this is not easy to eat with a spoon. I'm just getting covered in orange juice.
Casually or accidentally playfully threaten someone with a knife on Twitch. Suddenly the Batmobile engine begins to whine in the
Boom,
background.
boom, boom, boom.
I have chocolate cake. Sydney brought me.
God damn it, Saul.
Sydney had a long day at work, but on her way back she stopped at
Aw.
an HEB and got us some chocolate cake. So thank you, sweetheart.
Sydney, you are an angel.
Basically the same thing as chocolate cake. I'm having a salad.
It's about the same. What kind of salad? What's in it? What kind of dressing?
20 questions on salad.
He won't even tell me. It's because
I
he
also
doesn't
have
want to
Gatorade.
be mouthful.
Yeah, it's because I'd rather not spit lettuce and ranch dressing all over everything.
Now we know what's in it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my gosh. The
Uh,
secrets have
what's
been
weird-
revealed.
Just love
I mean-
ranch dressing.
I mean, there's some cheese and a few other things in there too. Unfortunately, we forgot to get cucumbers, so I do not have any cucumber in my salad. It's a depressing day today.
Chris, do you have a snack?
I don't.
Wow.
Damn.
Just water and
Sacrilege.
sweet pills.
No Lipton today. Did they win?
I have it at the ready just in case I get sweepy.
Okay. So
Valid.
they've not won yet, is what you're saying.
Well, no. So fun story. Like the Target I go to, the past 3 weeks they just haven't been restocking the Lipton,
Oh, no.
and so I go in there. It's the same aisle as the alcohol aisle because my Target's very small, and so usually when I go in there, I meet very fun characters. But I go in there and the entire shelf where tea normally is has been empty for the past 2 weeks. And I come in and I fall down on my knees because it's the bottom shelf. And so I want to see just in case one's hiding there, and I just wail.
Have you considered getting not Lipton tea?
I'm not gonna get Snapple.
What about like Arizona?
Valid.
That's it. We don't
Oh.
we don't do that here.
We don't do that here.
See,
All right.
Arizona is good, but it can
I
be
don't
hard
like
to find
Arizona
the ones
tea.
that are oh my god! What do you mean you don't like Arizona? All right.
All right.
Listen.
I'm logging off.
Actually, but can we just say really quick, Arizona does have its own time zone, and that's kind of weird.
Yeah, screw Arizona.
But anyway,
The
I cannot believe you don't like
the
Arizona.
tea
Have you
schism
had their half and
grows.
half? Like the Arnold Palmer, like
Oh.
half tea, half
I have not. I
tea?
just think it has I think it has a bad a flavor profile.
Oh, Crackety Jones, I am also a tea fanatic. You should see my tea cabinet. It is insane. But you missed tea discourse a couple weeks ago. You should go
Did
follow
have-
us on Twitter. We'll send you the bit video of it.
Actually, it is
Um,
one of the bit videos on Instagram.
Mm.
It's the
Oh,
it's the most
follow us on
recent one.
Instagram. You'll see the bit video.
Yeah.
So, but yes. Also, because what bothers me mostly about this tea shortage is like this. The reason I moved on to green tea was because originally I was drinking the caffeine ice drinks, and my Target stopped putting those on the shelves as well. And so I moved on. I was like, I need to get caffeine somewhere. And so I moved on to green tea. But it's one of those things where Target, the website or the app says they have them, but they just don't have them anywhere. And I'm too nervous to ask. Is
I
it
was
in the
gonna say
back?
you could always ask an employee, but
Yeah.
I can't cure social anxiety.
Imagine
From a
if you could
distance.
though.
Well, when
That
you
would be
find
very
out, tell me.
convenient.
Then maybe I would be fine for once. Because
Listen,
I
yeah.
also have social anxiety.
What?
But you know what it's time for, Chris? It means it's time for G Fuel. You have
That's
to
so
buy
true. I need to talk to my G Fuel friend and be like, "Hello,
They-
G Fuel friend."
I was walking around an area earlier. Why do I speak like this? I don't know. And I saw that they actually have cans of G Fuel now. Like you don't have to buy a whole
Yeah,
tub.
they do.
And like I've always wanted to try some, but I don't want to spend $30 for effectively pre-workout that's gonna make me feel ill. I still have never do like I don't know what I'm doing, but I really wanna try a G Fuel. But I can't have caffeine at night. It makes me insane. So
Tangent related.
Did we not all hear Chris's mom earlier? He doesn't have the money for G Fuel.
This is so true. I do
well,
not.
he has
Yeah.
the money for Lipton.
Listen,
so...
I do. Well,
Speaking of money, I just want to say really quickly, I showed you guys already, but I've got to tell chat that I'm kind of a big deal now because I was contacted by Raid Shadow Legends
Oh my gosh.
Sponsor me. This is not a joke. This is real.
Yep.
It's not a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I was streaming and after my stream, OBS linked me to a campaign that I've been invited to, and all I would have to do is play the game for 4 hours to make money. I'm not going to, but I could. So what I'm saying is kind of a big deal.
Yeah, thank you for sticking with us, Dustin. You know
You
that you don't have to be here. Yeah.
You know, I could be streaming
Yeah, you've just moved up so much in the world.
Raid Shadow Legend. That was just
Yep.
it was just so wild because it's like you've been selected to do a sponsorship, and I'm like, by who? And I click on it, and it says Raid Shadow Legend. Like, oh, okay, now this makes sense.
Yeah.
They really are accepting literally anybody, which makes you think.
I don't know anything about Raid Shadow Legends, so whatever discourse there is, I've missed it.
It's just that every YouTuber ever had Raid Shadow Legends as their ad spot for the very longest time. They are very, very aggressive in how they advertise, and now apparently they're, because it wasn't just sent to me. Spoiler alert! It was sent to a lot of people because it's a campaign. So they literally just said, "All right, if anybody streams this week, just tell them to play our game, please." And we will
And
give
will
them
they give
money.
you money or?
Yeah. Raid Shadow Legends will give me money, based on, like, I would get a base amount of money for playing the game, and then even more money if people join and play up to a certain level using my promo code.
Oh, this sounds like a win-win. You get to play Raid Shadow Legends and make money.
See, what's funny is I have always wanted to try Raid Shadow Legends, but I couldn't stream it. I couldn't because I would be making fun of it the whole time.
Yep.
And something tells me that I would not be allowed to do that if they're paying me money.
I mean, they just said to stream it.
They did. They said to stream it, but something
Definitely
tells me
look
if
at
I
the fine
agreed,
print, but yeah.
yeah, if I actually went through with it, they would be like, "All right, you got to say this about it."
I also realized I forgot to share this snack that I have, which is salted caramel chocolate crisp
Oh,
that
yeah.
my mom got from like Target, or I guess they were like super cheap, or like someone was, I think they were like giving them out for free as like sample things at Costco or something when she went. And then she told me to hide them so that she didn't eat them. And then I hid them. And then I have ADHD, so I forgot that they existed, and I was the only one who knew where they were.
Amazing.
And so they were sitting in the cupboard for like 2 or 3 weeks, so now they're a little stale, but chocolate mood, so.
They sound really good.
They're really weird. They're not a pleasant texture.
Okay.
They're very melty. Like, but I don't know. It's a very unpleasant. Like, it's not very unpleasant. It's moderately unpleasant. But I'm very much in the mood for chocolate, so I am coping. Speaking of coping, I don't know. Let's go back to Monster of the Week, unless anyone else says.
I'm down.
I was gonna say, I don't know if anyone in chat had a fun snack.
didn't
Bartleby shared a picture of a fancy mini key lime pie from his time in the office last week, and it looked delicious. And I think that Crackety Jones had wasabi peas.
Ooh,
All
that sounds very
to me.
good. It's also very important to note that my iPad is at 69% right now.
Nice.
Nice. Anyway, that's my addendum to Snack Check. And now I have to go back to Monster of the Week. Okay. My brain had to shift gears there for a second. So, you have all Cole, you are a competent driver, or at least in this scenario you are, because you get the gang to Whitebridge, and it's very nice. You have a nice drive. You get there, safe and sound. You've arrived in Whitebridge, and you the sort of across from the hospital. There's parking. It's sort of for like hospital overflow parking, but also just kind of like generic. It's a parking garage. And so you can park there. You can also just like pull up to the front of the hospital and be like, "Hey, give us video footage." I don't know. Yeah. That in your overhearing of walkie-talkie stuff, you did not hear like outside the emergency wing. They didn't seem to specifically say where this man was yoinked from.
Okay.
So.
Well, 1 second. Let me check something really quickly here. Okay. I have a move, but I don't think this is the time to use.
All right.
Since we're here, so okay. So they would have went missing somewhere around here, near the hospital.
We don't have anything more specific than that.
Not right offhand. Let me go see what I can find. I'll be right back. And Cole's going to hop out and just walk into the hospital.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Is anyone following?
Fig doesn't want to be seen around here.
I feel like I've spent enough time in the hospital. Arthur will stay outside. He's gonna kind of side-eye Philip as his best friend.
Going
walks
into the hospital?
Oh God,
I
Philip in the
mean,
hospital.
I don't know. Hospitals kind of scared me, mostly because of all. I don't want to get sick.
All right.
I thought it was gonna be like a very like dark answer of like,
Yeah.
all these people are just on the brink, but they're all getting better. I don't want to step
Yeah,
into
it's
this place.
it's the antithesis of what I stand for.
We have to keep Philip as far away from the morgue in this hospital as possible. So.
Oh boy, we do. I'm gonna find an excuse for you all to visit the morgue. Anyway.
How much harm can I take? I can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 before I kill myself. So, I could like get at least 6 zombies in there to make some friends.
That's terrifying. Thank you, Philip.
You're welcome.
Cole, you're sauntering up to the hospital. I assume the hospitals have so many like doors. I assume there's just like a west entrance that you go in, and
he is specifically going into the emergency room.
Oh, all right. So
that's where we went last time, right?
I believe so. Yes, yeah.
And he knows somebody who works there.
All right. Right, he does, and I have to remember what her voice is. Also, her name. I'm gonna avoid saying her name right now, and just give her a generic lady voice. I think she had
what's her name?
That's a great question. I don't have my notes on me.
Yeah, I don't either.
No one remembers this character's name.
Which character?
The one that's kind of Violet too.
It was the nurse, or like the attending nurse at the time. They were swapping out shifts, and she knew Cole from high school.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah. I'm gonna pretend her name is Sarah, attending nurse.
Sarah, attending nurse.
Excellent.
I think
that's our placeholder name because she already has a name. So I don't want to give her 2 names. So this is her placeholder name.
It'll be her middle name.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. So I think Sarah, attending nurse, is kind of bustling around. It is Whitebridge and Fogwell and you know the towns in this area. There's not a ton of people that live in the county, but there is accidents and emergencies, and so the ER is busy. But she seems to be punching in some paperwork or and notices you walk in and says, "Oh, Cole, hello. You all right? Got another splinter guy for us?"
No splinter guy this time. Maybe later.
I hope not.
Well, so speaking of that, actually, I'm actually here investigating the person who went missing last night. And I'm just wondering where exactly they were last seen, like which part of which side of the hospital they were last seen where.
Are you a detective? I thought you worked at the library.
I work at the library and also am a private investigator.
Do you have any sort of certification to show me that? Or
Yeah.
He was discharged, so doctor-patient confidentiality, like, it still applies, but you know.
Well, I'm not asking what was wrong with him.
Right,
I'm just trying
exactly.
to find him.
It seems weird. I feel like I need some sort of, like, why should I tell you this?
Because I'm trying to help someone. Come on. Let me, manipulate you into giving me some information.
Yeah, roll manipulate someone.
Right. Okay, that is 4 and 4 and 8 plus 2 makes 10.
Oh, wonderful.
Nice.
She says, she kind of looks you up and down and is I think she went to high school with you. She's familiar with your antics, but she says, "Listen, I can understand trying to help someone. He went missing by the her voice keeps changing every like 30 seconds. He went missing by the north entrance, kind of over," and she points in the north direction. Not quite, you know, that side of the hospital sort of faces where Fogwell is, and no, wait, Fogwell is west, so it's the west entrance. Yes, the west entrance. That sort of faces Fogwell, and so you kind of have the forest, and I think he was coming out of the forest. I've been busy out here all day, so I don't know too much about it, but I heard, you know, chaos, cops, all that. So, yeah, west entrance. Missing around midnight. I think. Coming out of the forest. I don't think he'd quite made it onto the hospital grounds proper yet. If that helps at all. I wish you luck in finding him. Again, my job's to help people as well. So even if you're not a legitimate private investigator, I hope that you can still try and help. So please don't get into trouble.
Yeah, don't worry. Nothing to worry about with me. And then he'll turn and walk back out.
This one
Orange.
is more pink.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little bit pink
Yeah.
compared to the last one.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's a little more rare.
So, I think you guys have parked on the south entrance.
Took me a long time.
I'm just making up entrances at this point. You guys have parked on the south entrance. That's kind of where the emergency zone is. So it's probably a 5-minute walk to the other side of the hospital, or the other, like, around the hospital. If you want to go to the west entrance, or if you want to just like fuck off into the forest, I can't stop you.
Guys, I have a crazy idea. Let's all fuck off into the forest.
In different directions.
Oh, great! How did you guys read my mind? This is exactly how I wanted to run the mysteries. All of you fucked off into the forest in different directions.
So we're all still by the van, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Yeah, we're still by the van.
Okay.
Cole, are you going to like share the information?
Oh yeah. I thought
Okay.
like that's basically the first thing he would do. Like,
Okay.
sorry, I thought that was. Anyways, I guess you know what they say about assuming. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, west entrance, but not quite on hospital property. So there wouldn't really have been any kind of footage, I don't think, of them completely disappearing or anything like that. But we at least have a place to start from.
There are like parking lot cameras, because that's how parking lots work. And you heard on the radio that like cops were talking about like there being some sort of footage. You just don't know if it's the cops have it or if the hospital has it, or both of them have it. Or neither of them have it. But if you want to go investigate where this guy went missing, say you drive over or walk over to the west
The west exit.
part of west entrance west entrance to the hospital. It looks like a different entrance to the hospital. But instead of kind of facing the road that comes up sort of from Fogwell, it faces basically straight into the forest. And even in the middle of the day, there's still kind of a foggy atmosphere around this forest. It's whenever in the forest, the fog never seems to lift, no matter how high the sun is or how cool or hot the day is. It always seems to be like slightly foggy in there, and so that fog is kind of rolling out onto, there's like a big basically mowed grass lawn, and it's got some like dandelions in it, and right in between the hospital or the forest and the parking lot for the hospital. And you see lampposts with cameras attached to them. One is kind of aimed towards, you'd be able to see, you can see it would be able to catch, like, if someone was coming out of the forest, what if you know what they were up to.
Keeper, can you remind me how long ago this person went missing?
It was last night, so
okay.
It's about noon now, or it's about midday, somewhere probably around 11 to noon. So about 12 hours ago.
Okay. Arthur's gonna look around the west exit, and he's gonna look back at the group and say, "Does anybody see any signs of a struggle?"
I guess I'll speak to the bones.
All right.
Are you?
I'm going to cast the bones.
All right.
What's
your bone talk?
Yes, once per mystery, you may perform some kind of divination to glean information about the future. When you seek guidance by divination, roll sharp. Oh, let's do it. I have 0 sharp.
Does Felix have? Or sorry, does Philip have like throat muscles?
I mean, he has a throat, yeah.
I'm just wondering because like this is the third time we've heard Philip's gag reflex, and like, but like I guess Sorry, I'm getting.
They're
into
just coming in the
semantics.
deep dark depths of his being.
Okay.
I rolled a 5 and a 6. So that is 10, which I can hold 2. Uh, and so I can ask any question from investigate the mystery or from one of the following: what can I gain from this person, place, thing, or creature who has touched this person, place, thing, or creature before me? That's an interesting one. Uh, Let me look at more investigative. First, I'm gonna ask what happened here by when I cough off the bones and like glow a sickly green, and you can decide how they communicate to me what happened here.
Think they kind of like rattle around, and I imagine it's a lot of like little bones. I'm imagining this like some sort of awful owl pellet, and the bones sort of like almost create like a little animation of like a scene of what happened last night. Like a little stick figure animation
I
made
love
out
this
of
show.
like little vole bones and stuff. Where you see this a figure approaching from out of the forest, and these bones are creating little question marks around this person's head, and then you see these bones create sort of a figure that is vaguely humanoid, with like massive wings. The wings are the basically the length of this creature's entire body. Basically this thing kind of comes down as if it's going to land, kind of feet first, sort of almost like tumbles to catch this person walking out of the forest in their arms, and then takes these giant wings and beats off the ground and flies off into the night.
Okay, interesting. Cool. You all just see. I like just visualizing this. I think Philip. You all just see Philip like unzip his frog hoodie to reveal his skull face as he like coughs up all the bones. And you just see the bones start rattling around and performing this very fun like stick figure mime thing, and him sort of nodding like every now and then, like he's understanding this completely. Like, oh yes, very. Oh wow, big wings. Anyway, okay. Cool. Okay, sacred bones that come from deep inside my dark soul. Tell me, my next question is, where did it go?
Ooh, where did it go? I think you see that this figure, I think this kind of this clip you've seen sort of just rolls into the next one, and you see this man who you've got different ages of bones in there and different sizes, and so it's kind of differentiated the two characters based off, you know, what animal the bones are from or whatever. And so this man, who you know is the kind of confused forest walking man, is being held by this giant winged creature, and you see sort of a really rough map of Fogwell, basically, and you see these two kind of flying over Fogwell. You're kind of looking at it from a top-down view, as these bones show you this picture, and this creature and this guy that it has picked up, this creature and the guy it picked up start basically the creature folds in its wings and starts rushing down towards a point in the forest, on the side of the mountain that looms over Fogwell, and kind of Whitebridge is a little bit like kind of built into or built along the side of. So they seem to have gone somewhere into the forest.
Okay, team. The bones have told me, and he starts picking them up and like. The bones, they have told me where the creature has taken the guy. It is in the woods. Maybe they found the Fogwell.
God almighty.
I can't believe this is audio.
Do we see the same thing that Philip sees, or is it only what he tells us? Like, is he the only one who can see what happens with the bones?
I don't know. I think Chris, that's probably up to you.
I think it's one of those things like maybe you could like consider it, like you could try to work it out if you really if you like understood the bones, if you'd studied bone language in college.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like the bones were
Unfortunately,
painting
I
a picture,
didn't
you
have
know.
room
So
for
it's
that.
like
Yeah,
if we
I
can
think-
decipher a picture.
Yeah, I think it's pretty easily decipherable what's going on through context clues.
Isn't bone language what Mars is studying in college?
It's so true.
That's
It's so
true.
factual.
Yeah. Something bone language wiki face.
No,
Yes.
I like the comment. I understand some bonerisms.
Yeah, so anyway,
Yep.
so that's all my things. Anyway,
Do you have anything more specific?
it's in the woods.
That's
Hey, I don't know about you, Arthur, but I just coughed up a bunch of bones that gave me a full picture by picture recreation of what happened here last night. I don't know what you want from me.
maybe, you know,
So
coordinates would be nice.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll talk to the bones, and maybe they'll get more numerical next time.
I think that girl was a bad influence on you, Philip.
I miss her.
So what was it?
It was a guy with wings, or girl, or other. It had wings, is what I know. The bones do not detail gender.
Great. So it's something that can fly.
If you want, Arthur, I can grab you and I can lift you into the air, and so you can fight it as it flies.
Not
Oh, yeah.
sure. Wait, what?
Philip can fly now.
Arthur's just gonna kind of like
Right.
turn to Philip. You can fly now.
Oh, I fly now.
He's just gonna turn and look at Fig. I don't know what to do. The Bone Man can fly now.
I think it means that you and I are never safe, is what it means.
Yeah,
What do you mean? Now he can watch over you even easier.
Just
Right.
imagine
that's what I'm afraid of.
I can get around to town so much faster now.
Okay, so then the forest is a big area. How do we cover it all?
I don't know. I've been looking around the forest for a few months now, and it is not easy to navigate. I'll tell you what. It might
Well-
be easier now that I can fly.
Well, so did you see exactly where it went into the forest?
I don't remember, did I?
So you saw it from kind of a top-down view, as if like, you know, when you're on a plane and they've got the little like map of where the plane is. It's
Mhm.
like that, but if the plane was a person thing with wings and also a person being held by a person thing with wings, and then it just sort of like you saw it basically dive down into the forest. So you know it is kind of along the road where Cole and Ren were driving during the last mystery when Cole did a car crash into our wonderful friend Kiernunos.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's sort of a ways in from there. I will also mention, because I forgot to, when I was describing like where this visual, you were able to see like where exactly in this like field basically, that's in front of the forest, this thing picked up this person, based off, positions of lampposts and funky looking trees. So if you wanted to investigate basically where this guy was when he got yoinked, you are able to do that.
But if we can find out where he went into the woods or where he was grabbed from, then maybe Fig could pick up a trail.
It's so true. That is the thing she does.
She does a lot of things, but that's just one of the things she does. She is my teacher, after all.
I'm just waiting for Cole to say sensei.
I feel like he used to, but it does not seem like something Fig would allow to continue to happen.
Probably not.
And so he's stopped now.
Yes, master.
I mean, I like move wise, I could track it from here. It's just one of the tracking things is that you can follow the trail some distance, which is, I assume, going to be at the mercy of the keeper, right? Like what some distance means. So
yeah, I have a way. I've taken in your tracker move to account. So even though this thing is flying, if you want to track it, I will just say that based off your die roll, obviously, you can hypothetically track it.
Well, Fig as a person isn't like, well, if I track it now, I couldn't track it again later, because that's like not how skill. I mean, whatever. So I think that Fig will try to track it from here. Like, she kind of knows probably better what she's looking for thanks to Philip's descriptions. But it sounds like it's very vague kind of where it has ended up.
And we know now that it's not a mundane thing and that they didn't just jump on a train.
Yeah. Should I roll it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Roll those bones.
That is... Let me access my character sheet. What is it? Sharp? 5
She's
plus
texting.
3 is... 5 plus 3 is 8, plus my 3 sharp is 11. The dogs are pacing around the house. You might hear them fucking clomping around like crazy. On a 10 plus, I get to hold 3. And just so everybody knows, my 5 options are... follow the trail some distance, determine how long ago it was here, identify how many there are, figure out how fast it was moving, and get an idea of how big it is. Some of these we already have an answer for, but I think that honestly, I guess I spend my hold any time while looking for the creature. So I think that Fig would want to follow its trail some distance, and on the way, get an idea of how big it is. Because, a little picture from Bone is not necessarily going to give us a great sense of scale. So I think she wants to know, like, how close to human-sized is this thing? Wait, can you not make so much noise? There's no need for...
I will say that, in order to track this, you kind of go over to where that this guy was picked up, and there is when owls are hunting and they hunt in the snow and they hunt and pick something up and there's like an owl print in the snow basically. It is similar to that, except if the snow was dirt, and basically it's sort of like a skid mark / like wing print thing, but you notice something a little weird about it, and that is that there is like near basically where this creature would have fit would have hit the ground, there's sort of like it's almost like paper mache. But if paper mache was like fleshy, it is yeah, not particularly pleasant. It it it's I have a vivid image of it in my mind, and I can't picture. I don't know how to describe it. It's sort of this like grayish goop, mixed with, or like this clearish goop with like kind of a gray matter, that's sort of stringy, I guess. Sort of like, again, torn up paper, kind of throughout this, and it only appears in part of this print in the ground, basically. And Fig, you're a tracker, you know about birds and stuff. It's basically where this thing's wings would have hit the ground. There's this kind of weird, gross stuff. You can also tell from this wing print that this thing is bigger than human size, but not like ginormous. Its wingspan is probably about 15 to 20 feet, which seems like maybe a lot. But the wings are like wide as well, so you're not they're not very, like, bird wings are kind of, you know, triangle shaped. These seem to be more like they're bigger, they're wider. And the based off this kind of estimate, looking at what, you know, you saw, or Philip told you about his bone vision, you can estimate the human shaped part of this creature was probably somewhere in the 7 to 8 foot range. So like big, but not you've heard of bigger, basically, or you've probably seen bigger.
Paper mache, but flesh.
I cannot even
I love that.
express the visceral reaction I had when I heard fleshy paper mache.
Yeah.
Like I had to work for my kelpie innards, and you in 3 words just blew it out of the park.
I always appreciate how the keepers always go for like just the most visceral descriptions of things. I always really appreciate that, guys. I just want you all to know that.
Hey, I'm so glad to know that this was a visceral reaction, because to me it was like, is that like creepy, or is that just kind of like funky? And I was just more on the side of like, yeah, it's just like kind of funky. So
Yeah.
I will take note of that.
Not like upset about it or anything.
No, yeah, I
mean,
know,
like, not like, you know what I mean, like,
yeah.
ew, it's gross,
I'm
but
upset.
not like,
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, I think that, like, I will point out these details to my compatriots and then let them know, like, how big I think this thing is. Just so that they are also aware. I don't like goopy wing. Ew.
Well, I have great news for you, because
Oh, no,
the way
is
you're
that
going
what
to
I'm
track this
following?
thing is that it didn't fly very high. So on the tops of trees, and like you can kind of almost trace this goop. It's kind of like few and far between. This creature is obviously not intentionally trying to hit trees and stuff, but there's this kind of goop everywhere. And you figured, and you actually saw in Philip's vision that the person was not. They were confused about, you know, their whole situation was kind of confused, but still, when you are picked up and flown by a giant humanoid thing with wings, you're still gonna try and fight. So, you know, basically that you can track these goop chunks through the forest.
Goop chunk.
Yummy.
Yeah.
I think at this point, Fig will probably pause and just turn to the group and say, right, so these woods are weird as hell. Do we want to try to figure out what this thing is before we go in and follow it into what I assume is its domain? I've handled my fair share of winged humanoid creatures, but none that have this nasty stuff here. So, does this ring a bell for anybody?
I've never
Or
seen
should we
that.
just go
I
for it
mean,
unprepared?
Arthur's gonna look at Cole and say, "What do you think, hero?"
Give me just a second. And he pulls out his phone and begins what seems to be texting. Hey, Keeper, I would like to roll a move.
Oh, feel free.
Cool. I'm going to roll.
You fallen into my trap.
I'm going to roll the move Net Friends.
Yeah. Woo.
Cole has internet friends. Oh,
He does.
wonderful.
You know a lot of people on the internet. When you contact a net friend to help you with a mystery, roll plus charm. On a 10 plus, they're available and helpful. They can fix something, break a code, hack a computer, or get you some special information, which is what I'd be going for this time. On a 7 to 9, they're prepared to help, but it's either going to take some time or you're going to have to do part of it yourself. On Omens, you burn some bridges. So Cole's going to pull up Discord on his phone. Shout out Discord. We have a Discord. You all should join it.
Yeah.
It's great.
And he's going to go to his Young Monster Hunters Discord group, and he's going to put in the information that we've got so far and see if he can get some help. So I'm going to roll that now, if that's okay.
All right.
All right, rolling plus charm. That is going to be a 4, which is 8, plus 2 charm, which is a 10.
Incredible.
Dang. All right. So I think you see the like several people typing at once. And I think like when you know when Discord's going so fast, it only sends you like one ping noise because like 7 people have sent and like you get this basically flood of messages that basically, if you scroll through them, a lot of them are like, wow, sounds like Mothman. A couple of them are like, goop chunks, that's not Mothman. But the overwhelming like response is, huh, weird Mothman. I assume, or do your Discord buds know where you live, Cole? This sounds creepy, but it's only slightly.
Yeah, yes, in fact, I think that the main person in the group that he is, like, depending on to know the answer, Bartleby Prime is, that's right, friends, if you subscribe, you can be in Cole's Young Monster Hunter group, too. Anyways, yeah, and,
All right.
And I think that they do know the area, like, he doesn't, like, give out his full address, but they know that like the county that he's at.
The Pacific Northwest and not Point Pleasant, West Virginia.
Correct.
Yeah. I think you get this. I think you get basically a bunch of messages like Mothman! ! ! ! ! ! ! ! ! And it's a Monster Hunter Discord. You've got to have a Mothman emote in there somewhere. Some sort of Mothman, some sort of, you know, this is a cryptozoology for teens. The cool new club. So basically you get a flood of Mothman. You get a flood of Mothman, and then you get a longer response that basically says, based off your location, it sounds like or based off your description, it sounds like the Mothman, but your location and the goop doesn't line up at all. It could be some sort of imitation Mothman, or some sort of like strange vulture creature that we haven't seen before. If you and the chat gets excited about the prospect of like, ooh, maybe this is a new monster creature, and so they request that you like take pictures of it and try and name it and come up with names like Goopy Vulture and Wet Butterfly Boy. God, that was not my most creative cryptid name.
We're gonna make a Mothman emote, and the name's gonna be Wet Butterfly Boy.
Right.
I'm sorry. I will admit to I was very slightly distracted toward the end of that because I just suddenly got a bunch of pings from our Discord, which is linked down below, and you all should come check it out. But yeah, it turns out that our Discord has thinks that it's Mothman.
Oh wow, our Discord is so smart. Do any of them say Wet Butterfly Boy though?
Not yet. They have. I'm sure it's coming.
One of them is a butterfly, and then a wet emoji, and then a man. So that's my.
That's true. That is Wet
Yep.
Butterfly Boy. That's kind of.
That's Wet Butterfly Boy. All right. Yeah. So you get
Okay.
this message that basically says it's Wet Mothman. Didn't like that phrase.
It's Wet Mothman.
Oh, amazing.
Y'all,
I'm
am
saying words tonight, huh?
holding my tongue so hard right now.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Okay. Yeah. It's.
All right.
It's. Good boy.
And I know we're kind of getting ready, time to end stream, I believe. I can't. Oh god.
Sorry, I just saw chat.
I just saw chat as well.
Why would you do this to me?
Wet Moth, I got your tongue.
Welcome to Hi, I've made the worst monster.
Yeah, Mars, you were like, this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be a play on Mothman, and then everybody in chat is just like making it nasty. What does the goose smell like? Fig's gonna smell it. She's gotta smell it.
Oh, Fig, you wonderful, wonderful person. It smells.
Paint me a picture of what this smells.
Yeah. We can we end it with this, please? This would be one like.
On brand for us.
Right.
It would be on brand for us. I guess we'll start with what I'll start next week with what I originally planned in the end. Okay.
No, it's fine. You can do that now and like have that be the official end, and then we'll do the end of session questions and all of that, and have that fun.
That sounds great.
Just before we switch to the final scene, you can tell us what it smells like.
Sounds wonderful. So, Fig, while I create a word picture in my head of what this goop smells like, Fig, you're sniffing the goop, and everyone else is kind of milling around this wet print in the ground, and thinking about trying to figure out what this might be. Cole is on Discord getting pinged about 1,000 times a second. Mothman, wet Mothman, wet Mothman, Mothman. Wet Butterfly Boy.
Me when there's a wet Mothman.
That's true. Everyone, I'm gonna
stop talking and I'm gonna let you do your thing.
But you are all kind of milling around, and kind of talking amongst yourselves and trying to figure out what might have left this print. And from within the forest, you hear the fog almost as if it is setting up a fun thematic visual. The fog starts to almost, it feels like it grows thicker, and you hear deeper than you could have imagined. It sounds like it's almost like reverberating in your chest. You hear the croak of a very, very large frog. The end.
Oh.
For now.
Fun.
I have trauma with tabletop games and frogs.
Oh no.
I've been eaten by too many frogs in my previous tabletop game.
About to be eaten by more.
Maybe.
Something's. I'm not gonna. Yep. Anyway, end of session questions. How about those?
How about
Yes.
Before I make more jokes about wet Mothman and frog eating, did you conclude the current mystery?
No.
No.
Yeah, you're correct. Did you save someone from certain death or worse?
No.
not yet?
Did you learn something new and important about the world?
Wet Mothman.
What Mothman?
And
Really?
there is a Discord for young monster hunters, which is pretty
That's so
rad.
true.
Yeah.
Listen, that's
Yep.
that's yes to the next question.
Oh, right.
Yep. So you did learn something new and important about the world. There's some sort of wet Mothman out there. And did you learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
Philip can fly.
Philip can fly.
True. He
Cole
flies
does have
now.
friends.
They
Cole does
fly
have
now?
friends.
They fly now.
Powerful. Ren also has friends.
That's also true. Well, we didn't actually know that. It has still not been told to us.
That's true.
Point.
Not even Arthur really understands. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like they kind of vaguely referenced it, but they're like, I don't know how I feel about the fact that I kind of was almost involved in the end of the world, and was also with a different monster hunting group. So,
So that sounds
If
like
you want
one-
to know more about that, may I suggest checking out TurnTables RPG on YouTube?
yep, season 1.
So one.
Yep, one experience. Great job.
Nice.
You've solved my wet Mothman mystery. No, you haven't.
No,
Not yet.
We haven't actually.
You found my wet Mothman puzzle. Anyway, now I'm going to describe the smell of the goop.
Smell
Perfect.
of goop.
Is there
Smell
anything-
of goop.
Is there anything we want to say before I describe the goop?
I love you all, and I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It is not. I haven't formally confirmed yet, but I might be streaming on Thursday afternoon.
Woo.
Through Turntables, of course, just as part of charity streaming. I have been thinking about playing a horror visual novel that I have really enjoyed. It's called Scarlet Hollow. I won't shut the fuck up about it. It's very fun. It's got a cryptid hunter in it, which is awesome. She wears a Mothman shirt, so this is all very thematic. But I haven't fully confirmed, but I will ping everybody if it does end up happening Thursday, like 4 or 5 p.m. Pacific time-ish. But yeah, you can, and we'll see if I can get enough of these hooligans to join me to do voices, potentially.
I love to do voices. I'm going to the Field Museum that day, so I might be busy, but...
That is totally okay.
I am known for my voices, for my
You are.
silly voices.
You sure are.
Yeah, everyone go check out our clips on Twitch, and please
God.
check out the
No,
first one
stop.
for Chris's voice acting.
No.
We
Please-
need something
please
to come
bump that
along to
number
end.
up and share it on all your Discords and stuff.
Mhm.
We need to find something to overthrow the king.
like 3 seconds long. Like, it's not
Yeah.
even.
I
That's
guess
it.
one last shout out before I describe the goop scent. This weird. I'm describing the goop scent for charity. We're currently having a Tales Fi campaign to support the Trevor Project, which is an organization that helps LGBTQ youth. They have resources. They have suicide prevention. They are an incredibly helpful and useful organization. And as a trans person in America right now, it's not very fun. And just generally all over the world, it's not very fun. But organizations like the Trevor Project exist to help it be a little bit less not fun, and help, save kids' lives, and so it is something that means a lot to me, obviously, and to the rest of us as well. So if you enjoyed any of tonight, or if you want to send us hate messages about how bad this ooze smells, feel free to do so in form of donation, because it helps people out, and so there's my spiel. Spiel?
Spiel.
That's a Pokemon. Yeah, I don't know.
Spiel is a-
Spiel is a Pokemon.
That's my spiel.
That's my
They're
that's my
very
spiel.
cute.
It's time for ooze. So Fig, you take your kind of pencil or whatever, and you kind of pick up a little bit of this ooze, and you bring it towards your face, and it smells. The first scent that hits you is like a metallic scent, but like an old metal, like the smell of like really old pennies that you like. It's not a clean metal. It's a dirty, kind of muted, very unpleasant metallic smell. And then underneath that, there is the smell of the forest, basically. There's a remnants of like just a nice boreal rainforest, and this kind of undertoned with the salt of the ocean, but Fig, apparently you have the nose of some sort of like powerful dog or something.
Could have been
Because-
a sommelier decided instead to smell wet goop in the forest.
Yeah, because as you sniff this goop that smells like flesh and sea and metal, it doesn't just smell like that. It smells like it smells like campfire, and it smells like I'm trying to think of like how to describe this. It smells like it is a scent of many places. It smells like if you were to take it smells like this sulfur that you can smell at like Yellowstone. It smells like I can't think of more specific smells. It smells like campfire, it smells like the ocean, it smells like forest, it smells like plains. It smells like life,
Everything.
but
Yeah.
also like artificial life, and like not artificial life, but life that has persisted in a way that is wrong. And as you sniff it, you kind of get this sense of like, this is wrong. This isn't. It smells wrong. It smells wrong. Yeah, and you kind of get this sinking feeling in your stomach as you sniff this goop. The end. There's my goop smell.
Excellent.
Thank you for coming out to Monster of the Week
Yes.
time.
Thanks, everyone.
I hope
Thanks
you
for
all
sticking
enjoyed.
with us.
Yeah. It smells like hot leptin.
Also,
It smells
Wow.
like. Yep.
Oh,
very quickly before we sign out, also a huge shout out to Chris for doing the music and keeping the.
Yes, thank
sir.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Oh, thank
Music.
you.
Yeah, our maestro.
Yes. Wonderful music. Wonderful sound.
What wiki tunes do I play?
And then obviously a big shout out to Morris for the
Yes,
keeping.
For running.
Yes, great job.
Thank you.
I'm
was
excited to
very
see what
nervous.
is wrong with this Mothman.
Oh, I'm so excited to share what's wrong with this Mothman.
he's wet. He fell in the water.
Mm.
Yeah.
We got to dry him up. We need a towel.
Maybe he was just doing a big workout, got a little sweaty.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe.
Well,
Yeah.
it's funny.
Got a little sweaty and goopy, and some flesh fell off, and
Exactly.
it's gray, and
That's what happens when I work out, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I get sweaty.
you're
and goopy.
working out wrong.
You know.
With my job, I get a lot of what I assume these smells are like. So this is fun for me.
Yeah.
Right on.
That's all. Have a good night's sleep, everyone. Drink water.
Unclench your jaw.
Unclench your jaw.
Stretch.
Check in on the people you care about.
Remember that you
Stretch.
are valuable. no
Yeah.
matter what
Check in
anybody
with
says.
yourself as well. You should care about yourself.
I'm happy you're here.
Yeah.
Can't
Me
wait
too.
to see you again.
And so is
Yeah.
Wet Mothman.
Well,
Yay!
I'm a little less happy about that one.
Aw.
All right. Good night.
So
Good
long,
night.
farewell, auf Wiedersehen, adieu.
Bye.